Okay, and now for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Another... Well, all these games have good music, man. I don't know what happened to Capcom, but they used to be able to make a nice little tune.
Alright, so I'm not going to go into much detail about like character matchups or anything like that. What I really want to show is just some key things that make the game different from, what did you call it? From MVC3, right?
Yeah.
So here, I'm just going to pick some random characters. I don't really care right now. Oh, actually, I should pick some very important characters. Captain Commando. Where's Captain Commando? And the annoying thing about it was that the arcade version of this game and the DC version of the game had a different character select.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were in different spots. So
that's stupid.
It's really kind of annoying. So Sentinel's really good. I probably should have picked him too. Sentinel's good. Storm is good. And Psylocke is really good. Okay, so basically it's going to be very similar to what you know in terms of 3 characters, you can call, assist, etc, etc. There are more buttons in this game than in MVC2. Basically, there's 6 buttons. In MVC3, there's 6 buttons, which are 2 light attacks and 2 heavy attacks, and then assist buttons, right? Whereas in I guess it's kind of the same because they have that. The D
There's
button,
S.
which counts as launch. Oh, S, that's right. It's just.
You're playing Blaze Blue.
Yeah, I'm playing Blaze. No, I'm actually playing Unil, because
it's just called D also.
But in this game, just one of your buttons happens to be a launcher, so it's not like a magical button.
And it's different for every character.
Right, exactly. Oh, and of course, Sentinel has armor. Let me turn you to human.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Ooh, what the heck?
Okay, fine.
Wow, it's gnarly. Who do you want me to be?
Doesn't matter then. Just pick like, just make sure you have Psylocke anti-air assist at the end. Yo, you are picking the strangest characters here. Okay.
I never really played it, man. I always thought it would be really fun to get into, but by the time I was interested in getting into it, dude, I just felt like there was too much of a...
Okay, so a couple of things. So, like I said, it's just one of my buttons is launched. For me, it's crouch heavy punch.
Okay.
And then you can basically go for air combos, right? Like this. But the air combos get way more fancy than this, and combos in this game are ridiculous at this point. But really, the couple of main differences that I really want to get into, right? One is this game. So someone described MVC3 as a very horizontal game compared to this game. This is a very vertical game, and the reason for that is because when you super jump, you have so much control over where you're going. You cannot do what I am doing right now in MVC3.
Right.
I cannot super jump clear over Juggernaut and then swing back to him. Not only that, but notice I turn around.
Right.
So even when I super jump over people, I come down on the other side and can attack.
Right.
This is huge. Those are 2 very important things, right? It's the same thing. I can't call assists when I jump. When I super jump, I can call assists when I regular jump, right? Another very huge important difference is I'm just going to block and call Commando and try to hit Commando when you see him come out, basically, right? Like, assists in this game have just the most ridiculous amount of invincibility. So basically, dashing up, doing nothing, and calling assist is really important. And so
check out how fast they come back too.
Yeah, so I can just like and it's so hard to stop him, right? But there's also another huge difference. When I call Commando, hit me. Whoops, like jab me, so it's fast enough. If you hit the person before the assist lands, they don't do anything. So that is one of the things that you have to do. So in other words, if you think he's going to call... So like Magneto's really good at tri-dashes, right? I mean, you know, he's got... I'm terrible at this, but, you know, that's probably super slow. But the thing about it is, like, if your opponent like dashes up and blocks and tries to call assist, if you can hit him, then the assist is going to come down and do nothing. This doesn't happen in MVC3. If I call the assist and you hit me, the assist keeps going. But for the most part, they're not going to hit you anyway because they have no invincibility, right? Another really, really important thing. Oh, I wanted to pick Cable because he has the best incoming guard break mix up.
Okay.
So basically, I can do it with let me do it with Commando. So here, I don't know if Commando can wave dash in this game. I'm terrible at wave dashing as well. So, but basically, if I snap somebody out, wrong button, and then I do this. No, there. It is right there. So you're only allowed one action per jump. So just regular jump. So in other words, if I make him block like that, it counts as an action. So even if I chain and attacks, he'll stay in block stun like that, right? But if I make you block and then hit you after your block stun ends, you can't block anymore. This is huge. This is what's known as guard break. So this is why when you see Cable kill someone, he jumps back, fires the gun, you come in, you block it, and then he air hyper viper beams you, and there's nothing you can do. You can't get away from it, right? There's certain characters can try to air dash, or they eat it on purpose because when you block, you freeze in the air for a little. But if you get shot down real fast. So they'll eat it on purpose. But good Cables will see that and just combo you anyway, and you can get tons of air hyper viper beams in a row and stuff like that. So another thing that's really important to notice the difference about this game is that when you lose like one or two characters, if you're down to one character left and that character happens to be like Commando or like your Psylocke, for example, you'll actually see players give up sometimes.
Yeah.
Because 1 versus 3 comebacks are almost impossible in this game. Like,
super rare.
Justin did it in that one famous video against Yipes, but there's a reason that was a special video.
Yeah, that's rare.
Because it just doesn't happen, right? So Commando maybe can kind of make comebacks a little bit, but like Cyclops not as much and stuff like that. Maybe not even Commando. Actually, I might even have that backwards. Cyclops might have better comeback ability than Commando. But also another thing is that throws are a lot weaker in this game. For Magneto, his throw is really good, but some of them aren't as good. You know, you don't get combos off of a lot of throws. Like, for example, if I, he has like, I think he still has the throw. I don't know. But you can't combo off of throws as easily as you can in MVC3. Happy birthdays can kind of happen, but not too often. But what you actually end up seeing with happy birthdays more, sorry, wrong character. So, let me see.
Oh, dude, my buttons are weird.
So try to call an assist. I just want to see if I can get this. Oops.
The assists and the.
Oh yeah, your buttons are all
screwed
weird.
up, yeah.
But Psylocke is going to be a hard one to try to test it on. But basically, if I got her. Okay, so.
Yeah.
So call. Oh yeah, call a Mingo. That will make it easy, right? And don't block with Juggernaut.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
Oh, Juggernaut has
okay,
armor.
fine.
Stupid armor.
Put this guy in, and call Juggernaut. All right, I got some. Well, no.
Call Psylocke again. So basically, if I get to hit both characters, what you can do it again. Do it again. Dude, did she just crouch under that? All right, call a Mingo. Oops, wrong button. Really? So if I can hit both characters, well, I don't know this game.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Sorry. If you can hit both characters and snap them both out, what happens is you notice in MVC3 one character you can start beating up on the assist who's sitting there, but then they turn invincible after about 4 seconds and they automatically jump away. Doesn't happen in this game.
Right.
So Magneto is the best at this. Like a lot of times he'll actually triangle jump and get both characters, and then he snaps them both out, and then what happens is that he can juggle the assist forever until they die. So that's something that you'll see a lot in this game too, which doesn't happen in MVC3, and it's huge whenever it happens. It's like getting a happy birthday. It's the same kind of feel, like, oh my god, I just got this huge advantage because I killed your anti-air assist.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
That makes sense.
Oh, crouch light, snap back. Okay. Sorry. No, dude, seriously, I did combo videos in this game. I never played this game. Like, this game and Third Strike, I never played competitively. Because, like I said, the reveal of how old I am, they were both popular right when I graduated from college.
Right.
And it was my college years that I played the crap ton, because UCLA had the most amazing arcade at that time. And these 2 games were out right when I graduated, and I
Right.
first got my job, so I didn't play any games. Really.
Makes sense, man.
But also, a couple of things I want to mention. The characters that you're going to see a lot of, like Sentinel, which is really funny because he's like, look at me, I'm a super slow walking guy, right? But the thing about it is, when he flies, he is so fast and versatile like this, and then his unfly cancel is like ridiculous, right? And then he also has a glitch too. So basically, if I'm up in the air, like if I get launched up into the air, like launch me up, yeah, do that, yeah. And then I fly. Let me see if I can do this. Like this. Then he has like you can start doing the Sanford thing where you like kick, fly, unfly, kick, unfly, unfly, kick, fly, unfly, like almost infinitely in the air, and he does chip damage when
he just stays up in the air?
Yeah, you can just basically just sit there and like fly, unfly, fly, unfly, fly, unfly, like all day. It's like ridiculous.
But that's only after you get launched up.
Well, if you get hit out of the air and recover, there's like certain rules to it and all this stuff like that. So
interesting.
But this character is so ridiculously fast. The last hit frame of this move is unblockable, by the way. So a lot of times that's why you'll see. Like, oops, let me snap you out. Like sometimes on the incoming, if you time it right, the guy will land into an unblockable frame and then get comboed and stuff like that. But Sentinel is so fast, and like I said, once you start doing that stuff where you can kick them a bunch in the corner and lock them down like Sanford does, what happens is that he does chip with every air kick, and you can die by chip from Sentinel. So he just drains a ridiculous amount of life once he gets you in the corner. So, let me do one more thing. So the main teams you're gonna see are MSP, Magneto, Storm, Psylocke, because Psylocke is a great anti-air assist, Magneto, Storm, both great rushdown characters. This is pretty much the supreme offense team, because this is like the team one touch death, I believe.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, it's supposedly like really powerful. I know Sue Mighty was really good at it. I think Yipes is pretty good at this team. Take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt, honestly.
Look, I can't back it up one way or the other.
Right. Magneto, Storm, Sentinel, MSS is another good team, but you're sacrificing anti-air. You don't have anti-air, but you have 3 really strong point characters. Right? What was another one? Santhrax is Cable, Sentinel, and Commando, I believe. Cable, Sentinel, Commando. Another super good team. Really, really powerful team. If Clockwork is there, you're going to see Team Clockwork.
Okay.
Which is Sentinel, Strider, Doom.
I know that one.
Yeah, so that's a really popular one. If Ducto's there, he may play his Spiral team.
Yeah.
That's one of the best teams in there. If Mike Z plays, you'll see Team Mike Z, which was Tron,
something
Juggernaut, right? And Doom is what it was. Yeah, that stuff like that. And yeah, so Combo Fiend used to be a really good Iron Man player because Iron Man has an infinite. Oh, by the way, this game has infinites, but the infinites don't last forever.
Yeah, they're not really infinites. I don't know why they called that.
Yeah, it's because the undizzy is what ruins it, basically. There's no hit stun deterioration. That's actually really important to mention. No hit stun deterioration, and anything that can hit the ground will OTG, but every character can roll away from most OTGs. Unless it's a flying screen thing, but I don't want to get into details about that. But, what was I saying? That's right, no hit stun deterioration. So Iron Man has an infinite where he juggles you forever. So he has this move where he punches really high up into the sky, so he can guard break a character. Iron Man is a one-touch death team. If he kills your first character and infinites them, the next character he comes in, meaties you with an up H, you block it, and then your guard broken, and he comes down and he infinites the character.
Okay.
Problem is, Undizzy kicks in, so I don't know the exact rule, but if it's all normal moves, Undizzy kicks around about 55 hits, and that the 55th hit just makes the guy spiral and then land. And
why is it called Undizzy?
Because it's the dizzy animation from all the previous games, but it doesn't actually dizzy you. You just flip out of it.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why you'll see Iron Mans do long combos and then all of a sudden go into H and the beam instead. Right. Or Magneto do the ROM infinite and then go for resets. Because it's not going to be a true infinite, and if they reset you early, they'll kill you faster anyway, because the damage scaling goes away and stuff like that. So, yeah, this game is pretty crazy, but one thing I will say about this game, MVC3 is kind of taking a similar path now that you really don't see character variety in this game. Like, outside of the characters that I mentioned, like, you are not going to see any other characters.
I think, didn't Watson play a Blackheart team?
Yeah, that's super old school team. That's a really, really old school team that's not very good anymore. Because, like, Blackheart has the super where he shoots you, like, you bounce a bunch of beams and then it kicks you and launches you a screen away. But then when they do this thing called flying screen where the guy flies away, your character dashes in, right? Blackheart has a really slow dash that if he ever hits you not in the corner with that super, Cable can Hyper Viper beam him before he recovers from that dash. So if you hit Cable with that super, Cable will get launched away, Blackheart comes in, he can get up and super him before Blackheart even gets a chance to do anything. Which really sucks.
That sucks.
But, yeah, like, you'll never see Felicia, you'll never see Marrow, you won't see Chun-Li. Like, Omega Red used to be kind of good. Like, Edma plays a rogue team every once in a while, but, like, there's just so many characters that you're not going to see. You're not going to see Jin. If Chi-Q doesn't show up, you're not seeing Anna Karis. Zangief, there's just, like, no point. Ruby, like, Justin has a Ruby Heart team, but it's like a gimmick team, you know what I mean? And stuff like that, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're mostly going to see... This is one of the most infamous high-tier games.
Right.
Where, like, if you're not high-tier, you're not even useful at all. So.
I've heard that Sim is pretty good, actually. Yeah, I've also heard nobody plays him, but I've heard he's pretty good.
You know, Magnetro did, like, this whole tutorial DVD on everything Sim can do.
Yeah.
He was really technical, but he was never as good as the other players. If he had... Like, because he's really good technical. If he had the same kind of skills and main strategies as a lot of people, he would have been able to show people what Dalsum is capable of. But he just never had a chance. Like, nobody would pick him up. It's kind of like Hakan.
That sucks.
You know what I mean? It's kind of that situation, so... Yeah, exactly, if you have 6 fingers and 2 brains. But, yeah, I mean...
Okay.
Honestly, like, I can't say much about, like, really specific stuff, but... I just kind of want to get you to understand what you're going to see that's different than MVC3.
Cool.
So,
I'm glad we did this.
A lot more super jumps and stuff like that.
Right.
So, okay.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, when the game first came out, like, Mega Man and Iceman were, like, top tier. Because Iceman, when he blocks, he holds up the shield.
Yeah.
So he didn't take chip damage from projectiles.
Right.
So everyone was like, dude, he's so broken. That's way too good. Mega Man, like, the Mega Man soccer ball was too annoying and stuff. Dude, they're not even good anymore. It's just like MVC3, right? All these characters who were good at first and now they're useless, so...
Yeah, interesting. Okay, well, anything else to say?
No, I think that's about it.
Okay.
Here, let me switch over to here. Let me see... Well, I guess, Benson, tweeted us, I guess.
No, he Twitch messaged us.
Oh, he Twitch messaged us. Okay.
That's what he said.
Okay, I'll have to find that message then. If you're still in the chat, you might not be there anymore, but if you can, try to email us. But if not, I'll find the Twitch message. So.
Okay, well, just to reiterate, 37 Reloaded is a tournament that's happening this coming weekend. Do you know if it'll be on Super Dojo?
Probably.
I would think it'd be on twitch.tv/superdojo, but keep an eye out for exactly what it'll be on. It's Saturday and Sunday. The games will be the games that we've gone over, which are Third Strike, Super Turbo, CVS 2, and Marvel 2, as well as a Street Fighter 4 tournament. But the older games are going to be the highlight.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to see that.
Yeah.
So,
but a lot of people are coming for old games, which is cool.
Yeah. I mean, no, you know what? I'm not gonna ruin it. Okay, yeah, let's watch it. It's super fun. I honestly feel like that nostalgia has made a lot of these games better in people's memories.
I think that's true for CVS 2.
Yeah,
I think that's true for CVS 2. Yeah. I enjoyed CVS 2. Like I said, it wasn't my main game, but while it was the biggest that it ever got, I was on the East Coast, and I was in like central, do nothing, don't press buttons.
Right.
Just the absolute turtliest.
I
was in like maximum turtle area.
That was the game that had the infamous, and in your area that had the Justin Wong Steve Harrison match.
Correct.
Where basically, so when I should have mentioned that when your character dies, the other character stays, and then the next character jumps in, right? And then they gain a little bit. and then the character who stayed gets a little bit of life back.
Depending on how much time is left on the clock.
Right. The less time, you get less life back.
In CVS 2.
So there was one match where Justin came in, or there was some situation where it was like two characters that had a really hard time breaking each other, and it was just pointless for one character to attack as long as the other one was charged. So the other player didn't do anything, but then it was stupid for the player to try to attack that and get killed faster because he'd get more life back. So it was more profitable for him to sit there and do nothing and let the time run out so he got 0 extra health back. And so they literally sat there for the full 99 seconds. Like, they just crouched there for 99 seconds. Justin Wong versus Steve Harris.
Was that the 4 out of 7 hour and a half long grand finals? It was 4 out of 7 in CVS 2. I don't know why anybody thought that was a good idea.
Never ever do that again.
That was it.
Never,
4 out of 7. There was a reset in the grand finals. It was an hour and a half.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Dude. Anyway, that's why I didn't play the game too much, but I always thought it was really cool, and I was always kind of jealous of people who were in California at the time, who could play like crazy. So now for me to play, it's fun, but we're probably gonna see some of the turtliness. It's probably gonna show up.
And Third Strike, like, if you take away highest level play, I think the game is one of the most fun to watch. I mean, Hung B even said this to me one time. I talked to him and he was like, Third Strike is the worst game at the highest level of play. Just under that, it's the best game. And I agree with that. Basically, because, like, if you go to all the EVOs, top 8, like, I calculated it one time. It was for a blog post or something like that. And it was literally, like, 50% chuns in, like, the span of, like, 4 top 8s.
Yeah.
And, like, 30% Kens. And, like, 10% Yuns. And then, like, an occasional smattering of Dudley. Like, one time
KSK Alex, that was it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, basically
1 year.
KSK came out.
Yeah.
And he was, but I mean, literally 1 year it was Chun, 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 Ken, and Yun, or something ridiculous like that. So, I don't know if that'll happen. Like I said, the best thing about it is that there are a lot of specialists who play other characters, and that makes it exciting. So, hopefully we'll see a lot of that stuff. So
I hear that.
ST, I mean, as much as we love the game, it could end up being Vega wall diving you to death like Mao did.
I don't think that there are going to be people coming who play that.
Right.
I don't think that's going to be there, really, just based on the players who I think are going to come. So you'll probably see more variety in there. Right. In there. I mean, you'll see variety in Third Strike because, like, not everybody... It's not like serious time, okay? It's a tournament again, but it's not like back in, like, 2007 or something where, like, it was serious time.
Right. But
so,
regardless...
you'll see more.
I mean, a lot of the nostalgia does hold true. Like, a lot of people love these games. Like, Watson, he's obviously amazing at Third Strike, at CVS 2. Do you know what his favorite fighting game of all time is?
No. Marvel?
MVC 2.
Yeah, that's right.
He says it's his favorite fighting game because he has the most fun with it.
Right.
That's just the way it works, right? It's just all these games, they still hold this spot. Like, even for me, like, I'm using the worst character in Super Turbo, Cammy, right? But it doesn't matter. Like when we went to TSC, dude, I had like that freaking like 20-game win streak on that machine. I bodied everybody on that thing.
It's true.
I think at the end of the night, I was like at least like 30-5 or something like that.
That happens.
I blew everybody up. I made the character look broken. I did, and that's, you can do that when you specialize in those games. You know what I mean? So, can't be so fun in that game.
Zangief's worse.
You think Zangief's worse?
Yeah.
I would, yeah. Those are the two worst characters.
I agree with that. I think they're the two worst. Yeah. Anyway, okay, I guess that's it. So I'll get this up on the webs before this weekend.
Okay.
On YouTube. Apparently, we already have another takedown of the first half hour. So we played music for like 10 seconds, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I guess Miles Davis was playing at the time. From the 1920s.
Yeah.
Miles Davis he was 19 teens. He was in there doing ragtime.
Yeah. Oh, and that's also another thing we should probably mention to MVC2 is the game is all about chip damage. Like, there are just certain secrets. Like, the whole Strider Doom trap is all based off of chip. Like, it just chips you to death, pretty much, and you get scared by that. So that's really cool, too. It's actually, some people argued that's one of the reasons that made Japan really terrible at the game.
I heard about that, yeah.
Because they just couldn't get the idea of... Because, like, if you blocked a super, it felt like a waste to them. But, like, here, it was like, block my super, take a bunch of chip, you know, so...
Right.
But, yeah. Anyways.
Okay,
we've been
that'll
here
be this
forever,
weekend.
so,
Yeah, this has been a while. Hey, maybe not as long as it might have been.
We've done longer than this, for sure.
It's
So.
not that bad, frankly. Okay. So, okay, we'll see you this weekend. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Peace out, everybody.
We'll be commentating.